Did rap support you all your life, like from when you started rapping? Or did you ever have to go back and get a job or anything like that, like working 9 to 5?
I know the answer. Go ahead.
I had a job.
After your rap, after the choice is yours, and
I had a job
BLACKSHEEP clothing.
for the short amount of time that I was on house arrest.
Okay.
While the record's out. While I had my record out.
Oh wow.
That's another story.
That's crazy.
but yeah, I was on federal probation. I had to go down to 300 Pearl Street here in Manhattan, and for a little while I had to deal with some.
Where you was working at?
I worked at Sprint for about. This is in North Carolina. I was on house arrest in North Carolina, and they made me go get a job so that I could get off house arrest.
Yeah.
So I got a job at Sprint for about maybe a month.
Mm-hmm.
You know, while I'm dealing with this situation, I was on house arrest for like 90 days or some shit.
Right.
And yeah, man.
Did you feel weird? You know what I mean?
Yo.
Working a regular job.
Yeah.
Anybody
recognize
come in
you?
like, yo,
Yeah.
that's
Yikes!
Yo, like I was dressed like with a crib down south and everything, and just got a little loosey goosey there. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, thank goodness it was nothing that got blown out. And you know, like I'm pretty good about being lowbrow. Some shit took place, and I wound up on house arrest, and it was crazy because
Did you get physical?
did I get
Did
physical?
you put hands on somebody?
Not really.
Oh, God.
It was more behind some paper. It was behind some, you know, like they don't play with their paper. When you deal with the federal notes, they gonna come talk to you. So they came and talked to me, and being that I didn't have a memory, that was how they could lean on me. That was the best they could do to lean on me, and so I set up for 90 days and went about my business. But just to say, at the end of the day, though, I wound up doing house arrest with a woman that was one of the singers.
Don't say in Vogue because I'm a spaz.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, then back around.
No. Like she was like the Shirelles. Like I'm trying to think of the group, but like from one of those groups. Like she was dated Sam Cooke, and and the story, like it was like God put me with her as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and she's telling me stories about Sam Cooke and things of that nature. Like I just was getting this crazy education. She just passed a few years ago.
God bless.
But but like, you know, like that was just crazy. Like it just so happened, like I had like 48 hours to be situated or violated. I found somebody that I could stay with, you know what I'm saying? And it just happened to be her, and I started getting this education, which blew me away. And you know, what's his name? Stricker. The white dude Stricker. The white dude that stole all everybody's fucking publishing. Stricker.
Oh, I know what you're talking
crazy
about.
hair.
Yeah,
shot
yeah,
somebody.
yeah.
Like he stole all that publishing and all. Like this shit has been happening generation after generation after generation. Like that's something else I learned. Like,
Now
you know,
standing up to fight. You're trying to stop this generation. How's your family doing?
my family is good, man. Like
We talked a lot about unity, family unit. I see the tattoo.
yeah, it's the only one I have. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that I've learned more than anything is to be a bit more selfless. That you're gonna have to make sacrifices for your family that you wouldn't make for anybody else. But that's why they're your family. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my word. Some of the shit that I've been through, had it not been something I committed myself to, there's no way I would deal with it. I would refuse every single time. I'm not dealing with no bullshit like that, but that it's mine. I gotta figure out how to fix it. And sometimes the shit ain't pretty. Sometimes some shit I don't even feel comfortable having to fix. But it's mine to fix. And that's something I had to accept within myself on the ugliest day. I was like, oh shit, because, and this is something that's gonna make a lot of sense, because I wished my parents had done that shit. And I stayed in touch with that feeling. I stayed in touch with the feeling of, like, I grew up calling my mom Tori. I didn't even call my mom. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, like, that shit used to hurt my feelings. like, you know, 9, 10 years old, and you're walking with your mom, and cats are checking out your mom, and you have to call her Tori. It's almost like you don't want motherfuckers to know I'm your son. You know what I'm saying? As a kid, that's how you feel. Like, you know, like you calling your mom Tori, but motherfuckers is checking her out, and you gotta be like, you know, like Tori, da 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 da. It's almost like that motherfucker wouldn't know you my mom. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I grew up. Like those are the little pains that kind of twist you into who you are. And so there were little sacrifices, not even little, there were sacrifices that I felt like I look at my father and how we didn't deal with him. And I wish he had sacrificed whatever the fuck he needed to make us a family. Your kid doesn't care about the semantics that adults are playing. They just care about their family. I didn't care my father was on heroin or that my mother was wild or whatever the fuck. That shit didn't matter. It was my family. And there was a sacrifice that you make for your family that I wish my parents had made. Now, when I became older and was able to look it through an adult's eyes,
You understood a little bit.
I had a better understanding. But I still felt like they still supposed to make that sacrifice.
Are you making those?
Yes,
I'm glad you're saying that. I want to touch on that.
yes. Because
So-
that's what I believe. Like when it's yours, it's your sacrifice to make. It's yours. This is your family.
It's worth it.
Right. Right. It's yours. This is and it might not be pretty on the day you have to make that sacrifice, and you might be embarrassed, whatever the fuck, whatever. Your feelings might be hurt, you might be whatever. But get to the other side of it. And there's a strength that only God can give you to get to the other side of that. Like there's a strength in family that our community is missing. And that's why I have to bring it back to community. Come to the table. For us to have a community, we have to come to the table with a family. You don't have to bring money. You got to bring a conviction that we're family.
Purpose.
Word. And that's worth more than the money. If we can start motherfucking just come to the table, that's when cats are like, what can I do? What can I do? How can I help? I'm this little person. How can I stick with your family? That's how you can help. When what the example needs to be, yeah, I had to make quite a bit of sacrifice or had to go through some changes, but we did this.
Would you do it again?
Woo. Yeah. But I would do it better.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.